I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. He wasn't bad enough. Jay-Z's pregnant mistress who died of an imaginary aneurysm.
What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Dupree, king of the pedophiles, if you ask me, baby.
Y'all might want to get a chair for this one because y'all, Jaguar Wright and Katt Williams just sent the internet into a frenzy after breaking their silence on Jay-Z. And y'all cannot even begin to imagine the things that were revealed about him. Jaguar and Katt have been the most vocal about Jay's dirty dealings and affiliations to Diddy. But everybody thought they was crazy and completely disregarded everything they said. They labeled Jaguar as a bitter industry outcast and called Katt a washed-up comedian clinging on to relevancy. That was until earlier this year when everybody and their mama got to see the truth about what really goes on in the industry. It got so bad that Katt was almost deleted in his own home and had to spend the next few months wearing a Kevlar to sleep. But none of that stopped him and Jaguar from talking, and now they back at it again with even more to say. Crazy thing is, Katt was actually the one who convinced Jaguar to start going after Jay-Z after she and him fell out in 2008. Jaguar revealed this herself a few months ago during a heated interview with Real Life Productions, in which she said Katt gifted her $20K to start her life all over again after she fell out with Jay-Z, because she wasn't agreeing to indulge in some of the very questionable things he was getting mixed up in.
It's Katt Williams that taught me how to be Jaguar Wright.
Oh, wow, okay. What was it about him that you kind of say, ooh?
10-10. He was my 30th birthday present. Almost 17 years ago. I'll never forget when he walked into the club and I was sitting at my table. It's my birthday party. And Special Ed brought him.
Shout out Special.
And Katt was playing the amphitheater and he wanted to meet me. And he came to my party, gave me about 20 grand in cash and said, consider it a down payment on your time. And he taught me so much in 9 months. Walking away was hard, but it was when the Illuminati first started coming after him.
During that same exact interview, Jaguar shook us up when she gave us the tea about the time that Katt almost got taken out in his own home. He said a bunch of goons were contracted to break into Katt's house in the middle of the night and delete him. He somehow made it out of there when they broke in and started wearing a Kevlar to bed because that's when he was afraid of his life, stating that they might come again to finish the job. It's unclear if Katt still wears that Kevlar to this day, but whatever happened to him was enough for him to fear for his life at one point.
And I'll never forget the day when they breached the house. And I left. You know, back in that moment, Katt was still wearing Kevlar to bed. To bed. I would get in bed with him at night and he would have Kevlar on.
Wow.
In bed.
Now, when it comes to Katt speaking on Jay, he was mostly against him behind the scenes. But after he was almost unalive, he gathered the courage to call him out this year during his interview on Club Shay Shay.
If you sign up for their program, you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife that never do an interview. Listen, in 20 years, won't do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her, and she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. How they all end up with that. That's part of what you get. I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. Period. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. Any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
But like I said before, this wasn't the only time that Katt had spoke down on Jay-Z and alluded to him being a part of the Hollywood criminal enterprise. Just a few months ago, when Diddy finally got arrested and thrown in jail, Katt shifted the attention on Jay as well, when he posted an AI video of Diddy testifying against Jay in the courtroom. The video featured an AI lookalike of Diddy in the courtroom getting questioned by the prosecutors, and Jay-Z sitting in the audience while watching Diddy snitch on him. The video also featured an AI-edited version of Katt himself, and he was smiling the whole time as Diddy told on Jay. And of course, there's Jaguar, who's been on Jay's neck pretty much since they fell out, and Katt encouraged her to go after him and the industry. Up until this year, the only people that were entertaining Jaguar and giving her a platform were blogs and a few truth-telling channels on YouTube. But she recently got her big break on mainstream media when Piers Morgan invited her on his show, and of course, she did not go to play. She accused Jay and Beyonce of allegedly people till they fell unconscious, and then flying people to their houses to do whatever they please with them. Jaguar also claims that there are bodies in Beyonce and Jay's house, and that Jay allegedly even had a hand in Aaliyah's death. Jaguar also accused Jay and Beyonce of allegedly investing millions of dollars into the downfall of R. Kelly and Diddy so they could eliminate any evidence that linked them to R. Kelly and Diddy before the cops got on to them.
Publicly, Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about. A response that changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
There's been obviously a lot of
cruelty-free artistry.
Do you think that if he's cornered in the way that he's been now, that he may start revealing things about other people?
He has no choice. His ego and his addiction won't allow him to do anything different. Anybody who thinks he's not going to talk is crazy. The simple fact that he's not saying more now only means that the people who have been protecting him all along, who put him in position to be such a horror to the Black community, still find value in him. He's got everybody on tape. They all know it.
At the time that Jaguar had made these allegations, a whole lot of people felt like she was taking it too far, especially since she didn't give any receipts to support what she was saying. She just jumped on national television to make these allegations and expected folks to believe it because it was coming from her. However, people quickly switched from doubting her to speculating that she might be telling the truth after Beyonce and Jay sent their lawyers to Piers Morgan into taking the interview down. They were basically silencing both Piers and Jaguar. This was the first time that B&J had reacted to these allegations against them, and people felt like the reason why this particular interview triggered them is because the things that Jaguar was saying may have been true, and they don't want him to go any further. The cease and desist worked for a few months because Jaguar seemingly backed off from speaking on him. That was until recently, when Jay and Diddy were accused of allegedly SAing a 13-year-old at a party in the year 2000. Now, to be fair, it's still unclear if there's any truth to this story because there have been some inconsistencies in the victim's story, and the victim herself admitted this during an interview with NBC News. However, this still didn't stop Jaguar from coming out to slam Jay. She accused Jay and Diddy of being drug dealers and claimed that in no time, Jay will probably try to rebrand himself like what Diddy once did once all his crimes start to catch up to him.
About
Beyonce
what's going
is
on.
losing hundreds of thousands, millions of followers every day. And she still hasn't said anything. Just pretending like life is great in Paris.
Is it her place to say something?
I mean, probably not, considering she's gonna be indicted for anything she would say. These are criminals. Diddy is a dealer, and so is Jay-Z. The proof is there. How many up people does he have to be around before people see him for who he is?
It seems like these artists are trying to run away from their past. Diddy changed his name multiple times to say, that's not me, I'm trying to move beyond Diddy, I'm Love now. It seems like Jay-Z would try to run away from his past.
Calling that love and anything that he did love. Brother love. What kind of love? Baby oil love? Baby love? Baby love? Explicit love, hey! They never thought that hip hop would take it this far.
Oh man, it's different now.
These lyrics are all hitting different right now. All that people talking about.
As usual, people had their own thoughts about this. Like this person who said they need to have one big interview with Katt Williams, Jaguar Wright, and Orlando Brown, because those are the three everybody thought was really crazy, but I always believed and you say that the crazy people say. Another person said, Katt is an information broker, 100%. He's been gathering and holding on to information. A lot of people are going to prison, and they all belong in prison. Don't mess with children, the helpless, animals, or elders. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Katt and Jaguar speaking on Jay-Z? And do y'all think this is really the end of Jay? Y'all been knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.